everyone, Christine here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to all my new subscribers. I'm so super excited to share with you my Creative Times 125th edition release. And I'm so super happy that it's another Christmas edition. So there's so many products I want to share with you, so let's dive in and I'm going to move these out of the way. Okay, starting with the super cute paper pad. It's called Gingerbread Kisses. And look at how super cute these patterns are. So let me do a quick flip through for you. And here's the first sheet. And it's got these cute little gingerbread in these cocoa cups. Isn't that sweet? And it's got pink plaid on the back. Of course, this is my last sheet of this paper. And then there's these gingerbread in these little cocoa cups. Isn't that sweet? And here's the back of that. And this peppermint print. And there's the back of that. And this gingerbread house print. Isn't that cute? And there's the back of that. And look at this. Isn't that super cute? I love it. And you can fussy cut these little gingers, in which I have done, and I'll show you in a minute. And here's the back of that. And I love this print here. Super cute. And here's the back of that. And then it starts all over. And you get 6 sheets, I'm sorry, 4 each of 6 designs. And next is the stamp set. It's called You Warm My Heart. Isn't that a cute stamp set? And it comes with the matching dies. And let me share with you what they look like. And you can pause the video if you want to look at all the sentiments. Aren't they super cute? Now you can also use these dies to cut out these cocoa cups like this. Oops, like here. And then the larger one will cut out this here. And let me show you what that looks like. Isn't that cute? And next we have the Ho 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 die. By the way, this circle Ho 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 die is a freebie to the first 40 shoppers starting at 8 a.m. today, Friday, September 30th. And once the first 40 shoppers come through, this will be available for purchase. And next is the gingerbread house die. It also includes a little die to make a cut, so you can insert a gift card if you wish. I didn't use that for my projects, and I'll show you in just a bit. And also part of this release is the peppermint candy dies, and it has several different sizes. And the smallest one, it's not a candy, it's just a circle and a little peppermint swirl. Isn't that cute? And next is the pretty scallop rectangle frame dies. Isn't that pretty? You can also use the XOXO border frame dies, and they will fit into these dies, and I'll show you how I use those. And the other products I've used is the gift card helper die, the present box die, the wavy and regular tag dies, and I used this one. I used the gingerbread, sweet gingerbread person die, and I used the candy cane. I used the hearts and the little stick for the peppermint stick. And I used the gingerbread boy and girl dies and the assorted mini tag dies. And also I wanted to share with you some of the supplies and embellishments that I've used. I use this Liquitex and the Snowtex. I usually use this together, sometimes just this by itself. I use this Cosmic Shimmer Fluffy Stuff. I got this from Amazon. I was enabled by Sam Alcott, and this is a pretty fun product to use. I use this German glitter glass. This is from Rene Bouquets. And this I got from Michael's many years ago. Some silver trim. some pearl trim. This is about 2mm size from Michaels. I use this frosted lace stickles. This trim, what do you call this trim? I bought this a long time ago from Michaels. Baker's Twine. I use this sprinklets embellishments. I use all of the peppermints, and they're all gone. I only have the other stuff left. And this is from Hobby Lobby. And also from Hobby Lobby, these peppermints. And I'm so bummed they don't have it this year. I looked online, I didn't see that. So I bought this a few years ago. And then also some snowflakes. And this is from the Dollar Tree a few years back. And this is, I believe, from my friend Andy Rosinski. Hey, sweetie. Okay, let me share with you my Shabby Chic projects first of all. I use the gingerbread house die. And isn't that super cute? So what I did was I cut it out one time, and then I cut it out a second time because I wanted to give the roof a little bit more dimension. So I cut it here a second time and then pop that up on foam. And then I cut out these little candy peppermints, and this is from the peppermint candy die, and I added a little tiny little peppermints from the sprinklets embellishments. I have this rose trim. This is from Maya Road. I believe it's discontinued. And I have a little seam binding bow. I draped some pearls underneath here. And let's see, and also I applied to make it look like it's sugar coated with my Snow Tex, which is this here. And I use this Donna Dewberry one stroke scruffy brush. I've had this for many years. And what I do is I apply it with a dry brush, and I just dab it and just do light touches with a light hand. And I do it on my gingerbread as well as the house. And let's see, and there's a couple windows, and I chose this window here at the top, but she also has this window. So I use that window there. I have these tiny little hearts. That's from the Sweet Gingerbread Person die. I added some little embroidered flowers here. And as you can see, I added glitter glass all over wherever it stuck. So if it stuck to the peppermints, the frosting, and let's see, I added a little rose at the top here for the chimney. I have some lace here. This is from Michaels. No, Joann's, I'm sorry. And this is where I use that trim from Hobby Lobby. And let's see, and these candy canes here are from the Sweet Gingerbread Person die. And it comes with a left facing one, and all I did was turn it around and emboss it a little bit. So I get a right candy cane. And then here's my sweet little gingerbread person. And this bow comes with that die set. And I add a little peppermint candy there. And it's sitting on the Wavy tag die. And these little bows are also from the gingerbread Ginger Boy and Girl set. It's the same bow here. And on the back, you'll see I have the scalloped rectangle frame die and the XOXO border frame die. And I added more of that rose trim at the bottom. And this trim here is from Joann's, and it comes on a roll. And didn't it come out cute? And I love this plaid paper, and I used almost all my sheets from the paper pad. And then on the inside, I added another of the, I believe it's called Pretty Rectangle Frame, a scallop die. And I used a Gingerbread Hugs and Candy Cane Kisses stamp, and I add a little peppermint at the bottom. Isn't that cute? I think this would be look perfect as like a 3D gingerbread house. Super cute. And then I made a gift box using the present box die. And so it's pretty much the same concept. I added the rose trim here from My Road, and these little peppermints are from Hobby Lobby. And I added more pearl trim here and a little bow. And then I added a different little lace here, and then added that Hobby Lobby trim. And I added more of those sprinkles from that Sprinklets, and I was inspired by DM, who is Cutesy Shelf here on YouTube. I added another flower to kind of look like a flower box under the window. And the same thing on the other one with the candy canes and the sweet, the Ginger Girl and Boy die set using the Wavy tag die set underneath here. And I added more trim at the bottom. And here's the box die, and I added a little peppermint on the back. Isn't that cute? I love it. Next, I wanted to share with you some gift card holders that I made using the Ho 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 die. And this is how it cuts out. And so what I did was I cut it out in pink, and then I cut it out in white, and then I fussy cut all the white off and then glued it onto the pink. And then if you have a circle die, I didn't have a circle die that would fit. I traced this to create a circle, trace it onto pink paper to create my backing, and then I trace it again to do another white backing. And then the remaining part of the rim here of the circle, I used it to cover all my edges. And then this is where I used a 2 from Sending Love. And I used my gift card helper dies for my gift card holder. Isn't that cute? And then I used the mini tag die. It says You Warm My Heart, and this tiny little heart is from the Sweet Gingerbread Person. I added some baker's twine and some seam binding, and these snowflakes are from the Dollar Tree. And then I did another one in white, and it also has 2 in front. Okay, my next projects, I made a couple more tags and a little note card. And let me share with you the tags first of all. So I made sweet little tag, and I stamped 2 in from again on the back. And I attached a tiny little tag, says Peppermint Kisses. I have a little snowflake, that's from Dollar Tree, and these peppermints are Hobby Lobby. And this bell I painted white from Michael's. And this sentiment, I popped that up on foam. And that's it for that. Then I made a tiny little one with these tiny little bells. I think these bells are from Joann's. And this little peppermint here is from the Gingerbread House die. And stamped 2 in from. And then I made a little note card using red foil cardstock. It says Sending You Peppermint Kisses, and here's the back. And the way I created this was you take your die and you make sure, I'm going to put it in here so you can see. Make sure the edge goes over the paper. You know, I have it folded here, so make sure the edge goes over the paper. So then what you get is this. And then you cut it out another time to make your top. And then I did cut it a second time for the back, but what happens is it kind of buckles, you see? So there's some resistance. So I didn't have to do that. I just wanted a clean look. So that's that. Okay, my last projects, I made a bag topper and another tag. And so let me share this with you first. I used the pretty scalloped rectangle frame dies and the XOXO border frame dies. And I used the die to cut out the super cute ginger and cocoa cup. And I also fussy cut these sweet little gingers from a paper pad. And I used my snow text to dab a little snow all over the gingers and the cup. And I added these peppermints from the peppermint candy die. And these tiny peppermints are from the gingerbread house die. And I added more of the sprinklets. And these hearts are from the sweet gingerbread person die. And I did pop up the sentiment on foam. And this was originally meant to be a bag topper, but it kind of looks a little big, so I may turn this into a card. I haven't glued this down yet, but that would be, if I turn this into a card, I'd glue that in there. And then here's my tag. And so this is a smaller version of this. And I did the same thing. I used my snow text to dab frosting all over. I fussy cut the little gingers. And I did the same thing. I popped up the sentiment. And I added a teeny tiny little tag. And this is from the Assorted mini tag dies. And it was actually a little bit too long, so I cut it at the bottom. And I rounded the corners. And I added a little heart there from the sweet gingerbread person die. And not sure if you can see, but in all of the stamps, Emma included little hearts in the sentiment. Isn't that cute? It says, "You warm my heart." And on the back it says, "To from the Sending Love stamp set." Isn't that cute? So these are all my projects. And as I mentioned earlier, I'm going to leave the links down below to all of the products that I've used, and as well as to all of my fellow design team members, Melissa, who is Moe Creations, Gigi, Agape for Gigi, Jill, who is Jillian Norwood Designs, and Sue, who is a creative Muse. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to let me know. And I thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.